You know, it's a huge honor to be back here because I kind of feel like this is where my Spider-Man journey sort of kick-started, you know, and it feels like only yesterday that I was here announcing the title, and now it's amazing to be here debuting the trailer, and it's just, I'm so proud of this movie and everyone that was involved. I'm so proud for them, for what they've achieved, and I'm just excited for people to see a little bit more of what we've done. You know, this is a very different take on Spider-Man. This is something we haven't seen before. I'm obviously a lot younger, so we can really play on the youthful side of the character. We've seen the soldier, we've seen the billionaire, we've seen the god, and now it's time to see the kid, you know? And I think it's fun to see what would happen if you gave a 15-year-old superpowers, and I think what would happen is he'd have a pretty great time. I think that one of the main reasons why people love Peter Parker and Spider-Man so much is that you can relate to him, you know? There's not a person on this planet who doesn't go through something that Peter Parker goes through, whether it's struggling with homework, talking to girls, being late for school, or having bigger responsibilities outside of school. And I think, especially for young kids, it's a great thing to be able to see a superhero go through the same things that you're going through day to day. You know, it's very reassuring that it doesn't just happen to you, it also happens to superheroes. I mean, it's nuts, dude. It still doesn't feel real to me now. You know, everyone keeps asking me what it's like working with Robert, and it was one of the most surreal experiences of my whole career. Even watching the trailers now, I can't quite comprehend that that's actually me. But the fact that this has actually come true and that this was such a big dream of mine is crazy, and I can't quite believe I'm standing here today. Well, I think that's what John and Marvel and Sony did so well, was create a very unique character in a sense that he's just an average guy, you know? John said the other day, if a regular kid can become a superhero, why can't a regular guy become a supervillain? And you have the scientist, the billionaire, aliens, monsters, gods, all sorts of villains, but now we just have, you know, a guy who wants to stand up for himself and doesn't really agree what's happening in society. And I think it's very interesting to see a movie of such a big scale on such a grounded level. Yeah, dude, it's mind-blowing, man. It's really something that I'm still getting used to, and it hasn't sunk in yet, and I think it would be wrong if it had sunk in, you know? To be here today, I know I've said it, is such an honor, and I'm so delighted, and obviously realize how lucky I am to be here. But the cast, we couldn't have asked for a better cast. I mean, John did such a great job with casting all the kids, and all the big cheeses that we've got at the top. I mean, I couldn't have been luckier, so I'm very happy. You know, Michael Keaton is an actor who I've always looked up to, and he is someone who has such an incredible career and platform behind him, and it was definitely intimidating working with someone like him, but so refreshing because he's just such a nice guy. You know, Michael's someone who you can approach and sit down on set with and have a good chat with, and also he has so much great advice to give.
What's up?
How are you?
Good to see you. What's
Big
up?
fan.
Thanks, buddy.
So, yeah.
Over here?
Yeah.
Hey, hey.
Hi, Mr. Holland. How are you?
Thank you. How
Big
are you?
fan.
Thank you very much.
So, what differs this new Spider-Man movie from the last ones?
You know, I think the big differences are, you know, he's a much younger version of the character, and he's more youthful, and we really try to show audiences a new side to him that we've never seen before. And I think my big thing was that if you give a 15-year-old superpowers, he's going to have the best time ever, you know? So we really tried to make sure that Peter Parker's enjoying himself while saving people, and also using his superpowers to just be a badass, you know?
What's your favorite Spider-Man till now, Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire?
That's an impossible question, you know, because they both did certain things so well. I love the way Andrew portrayed Spider-Man in the costume, and I love the way Tobey portrayed Peter throughout the movies. I'm lucky in a sense that I've got 5 great movies that I can steal little pieces from. And they've definitely been a huge help to me throughout the process.
That's nice. It's an origin movie. We're gonna see Uncle Ben dying again, or no?
No, it's not an origin movie. The movie sort of picks up after Civil War, and he's definitely already Spider-Man.
So, do you have any juicy scoop to give to your Brazilians fan?
Any what, sorry?
Yeah,
any secrets?
Yeah, any secrets about the movie?
No secrets just yet. No secrets just yet.
Besides Iron.
You got launched in Civil War, which made a bajillion zillion dollars. We're so excited for Homecoming. You're already signed on for a sequel. I mean, have you adjusted to all of this yet? Because that's pretty nuts.
You know, my life has definitely changed, and it's been such a wonderful process. I think the big change is in July. You know, when that movie comes out, it's really going to be a big old difference. So yeah, so I'm adjusting, but I have a lot of friends who have sort of been through this process, and they've all said the same thing. You know, just keep your friends and family close. Don't get lost in the clouds, which is hard in like private jets and stuff. Harrison, my best friend, was his first private jet ride today, and he's still on cloud 9.
Well, and you're like, I'm a pro, I do this all the time now.
Just kick back, relax, press that button, it does something weird. Not a clue what it does.
It's about to get real crazy. Not only were you in with all the Avengers, in your own standalone film, you get Robert Downey Jr., you get a hot Aunt May, which is pretty cool. What do you think about that?
I was so happy when they said they casted Marissa Tomei, because she's great, you know, she's so cool. I love her movies and everything she's done. You know, they made me much younger, so why shouldn't they make Aunt May much younger? And she's a much more youthful version of a character we've seen so many times before, and she's a very sort of modern mother influence on like a very modern take on what motherhood is nowadays. So I'm very excited to see how audiences connect with that.
I like that. And working with RDJ?
He's the man. He's the man. I mean, there's no one like RDJ. He works hard, he's professional, he's kind.
You do all of your own stunts, correct? Or at least a whole lot of them.
I can't take credit for all of my stunts because that would be unfair. I have a fantastic group of stunt doubles who do the stuff I can't do. We have Holland Diaz, Dave Elson, who we call Crash Dummy Dave because he's just hard as nails, and Chris Silcox. They were all my doubles, and they had different specialities and would double me in different ways. But whenever there was something I was allowed to do, I was the one doing it. Yeah, just because I wanted to, and why wouldn't you? You know, it's the best job ever.
Well, I was going to say, you said you're competitive, so were there some things you were like, I really want to do that, but you weren't even allowed to?
There was a lot. There was swinging from underneath a helicopter. There was jumping off a building. There was actually being dunked in the lake. I didn't want to do.
Okay.
Basically, I can tell you. Oh, can I tell you about this?
I won't tell anyone. This isn't national TV. You're fine.
I already told you. So basically, we just dunked my double in and out of a lake from a helicopter, and he had a horrible time. But you know, Dave is hard as nails, and he just gets on with it.
Crash Dummy Dave, shout out.
Crash Dummy Dave. Oh, no, I can't talk about that. I have to be so careful.
Talk about it right now.
I can't. I'm getting eyes from all over.
Do you feel a little bit like brush your shoulders off because the Spider-Mans before you did not do their own stuff? I'm just saying.
My big thing was making sure that when I'm in the suit, you know it's me. So I try to bring a real physicality to everything that Spider-Man does. So I tried to do as much as I could, and I was definitely proud of some of the stuff that we did do. I know there's a reel somewhere that I've seen. It's actually on my phone of all of our stunt stuff that we did, and it's pretty crazy.
Let's see it.
One day, yeah.
I'm about to get a third no in a row. It's fine. No one cares. But you did get to meet the lovely Andrew Garfield. We love him. Have you talked to him since BAFTAs?
No, I haven't, no. But it was lovely to meet him, and I've always been a big fan of his. And, you know, everyone looks up to their predecessors, and it was such a, like, you know, boost of confidence for me to get his approval, you know. And he's a great guy, great actor, and I really hope to work with him someday.